and it is time to help the July noobs get better in NBA 2K20. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Tip number 1 I have is get a good build. Now, you can't be out here with a lob threat thinking you finna drop 30 every game. That's not how it works. You're gonna need a good build. You're gonna need like a lockdown or two exception playmaker, a rebounding with something that can actually play defense and shoot. Now, I recommend y'all make this build that I made like maybe 2 months ago. I think 2 or 3 months ago. It's a rebounding guard. Now, he can play defense and shoot. He can guard 1 through 5, and when you have his shooting badges maxed out, he's just lights out, bro. So I will have that video at the end of the I'll have the card for that at the end of the video if you want to go check it out. Also with a jump shot video to check that stuff out too. But anyways, tip number 2, this is one of the more important tips, and that is to have good animations and have a good jump shot. Sharpshooters, you're always gonna need a good jump shot. Well, in any shooting build, you're gonna need a good jump shot. If you can shoot a little bit, you're gonna need a good jump shot. This game with shooters kind of driven by your jump shot. You can have all the shooting badges, all the boosts, and still do terrible because you have a bad jump shot. Now, 2K Labs does all of this where they test jump shots, and you know what I'm saying? They have like a couple jump shots for y'all. I'll put them in the description. I'll also say them right here. Jump shot 38, 98, Dante Exum, Stephen Curry. In my opinion, I like Kevin Durant, Trey Burke. Jump shot 89, and John Stockton a little bit, but you know, I haven't used him enough to actually say it's a good jump shot. So anyways, with the animations, I'm talking about dribbling. Basically, I'm saying you can't be out here with pro dribble moves using basic and using normal dribble moves, because that's pretty bad. You have good ball handling for what? Basically, you need pro dribble moves. I should say any guard build, you need pro dribble moves. If you have a small forward, you know, it's not like, you know, imperative that you get it, but I prefer having pro dribble moves on a small forward. But anyways, let's get back to the relevant topic at hand. Tip number 3, you know what I'm saying? I don't recommend you do it, but you got to use cheese in this game, whether it be the left, right, pro 3 hesitation stuff, misdirection behind the back, or using screens, you know, to win games, I guess. Or basically dribble glitching where they can't rip the ball, you go straight up the court and score. Like, I've seen it happen to me so many times, bro. Like, it's just unfair. But if you want to do, like, you know, you gotta win games in this whole game. Like, the point of this game is just to win. So you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't use cheese like that, but I just know of the cheese, and I'm just, you know, recommending that y'all do it since y'all new to the game. Y'all learn how to do that cheese and y'all be straight. Now, tip number 4, if you take anything out of this video, it needs to be this: do not run with randoms. Running with randoms will severely hurt your win percentage, because it happened to me. Beginning of the year, I started out 10-1. I remember this stuff exactly. I started out 10-1. I was on pace to be positive by like at least 200 or 300, maybe even 500. I don't even know. But when I started playing with my friends, and they had, you know, they had their 3-man lineup, and I was just playing threes with them, or against them, I should say. I had 2 randoms that I did not know, and it was basically a 3-on-1. I would lose a lot. I would play them a lot. You know, those add up over time, if you haven't noticed. But you know what I'm saying? After I stopped playing against them and I started playing with my friend more, we started playing twos and rec, I got better at the game, or even better at the game, because you know, it seems like every time towards the end of 2K or at the end of the year, I get better at the game, whether it be at shooting, dribbling, something. But I started getting better earlier. I started playing twos more with my friend, getting the team chemistry up. My 1% started to go back up. It went up like 20% now, and I'm back to like where I'm comfortable at, I should say. But don't run with randoms. But if you run with your friends, also make sure that you have a good lineup. You can't be out here with 2 slashers and a sharp and expecting to, you know, win games left and right, because you have 2 non-shooters on your on your team. You got to have at least a lockdown that can shoot, a shooting glass lock, and a shooter. Now, you necessarily don't need 3 shooters, but I recommend you have at least 2. But that's what comp players do. They have 3 shooters, and if they don't have 3 shooters, like Laker fan, he has a finisher that he can't shoot really. Well, he can't shoot because he's a legend, but he doesn't have, you know, the shooting attributes that can actually, like, you know, respect that 3-pointer. They run pick and roll, and it's pretty unstoppable, I should say, because they have, they've been playing the game. It just all comes down to having IQ. You can't really teach IQ. It just comes from playing the game and, knowing the ins and outs of the game. So I just say get experience with the game, learn how to, cheese, do all that stuff, kind of, and also play people that's better than you. That's how I also got better. My friends, they're way better than me by I should say miles, and they taught me a whole bunch. I learned how to be a slasher, I learned how to be a good dribbler, and I'm still learning how to be an even better shooter. But what I'm saying is get your friends, learn off of each other, and play people that's better than you. Those are some of the most important tips in getting better at 2K, that you really can't teach IQ really, because it just comes with experience. But other than that, I'll see you guys later in the next video. It will be a build video. I won't explain too much about it, but expect me to put more videos out in the next 2 weeks, because I will be quarantined. I don't have the virus, but I'm just quarantined. I don't have this virus, but yeah. I'll see you guys later in the next video. Goodbye, guys.